Joining us live, former Chief Minister of Punjab, former Congress leader, and now on his own, Captain Amarinder Singh, someone who had raised the flag of national security on the issue of farmer protest a long time back. Welcome, sir. How do you see this announcement by Prime Minister today? Do you welcome it?
Thank you, Honour. Of course I welcome it. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful day for us in Punjab. It's also Guru Gobind Nanak Dev Ji's birthday. It is also the opening of the Kartarpur corridor, and it's also the repeal of the 3 laws. What could be a happier day?
Sir, I have to clarify, Arnab was in a flight. He just landed. He would be joining in a bit. This is Abhishek Kapoor from the studios in Delhi, sir, in Noida.
Okay, Abhishek, please, sorry.
But then the politics, sir, but the politics is not ending. Would you now request that those protesters who were there at various places, particularly around Delhi and in some pockets of Punjab, they should go back and let normalcy prevail now?
Look, what was the objective of this march on Delhi?
Abhishek.
It was to get 3 laws repealed. Now, those 3 laws the Prime Minister has announced will be repealed. It's a Prime Ministerial assurance. What are you mistrusting him for? He will come, the House is meeting on the 29th. Sometime in early December, they will be repealed. Now, it's a time for everyone to celebrate and go home and celebrate with your families. It's a great occasion. I don't know, and if there's any other issue involved other than these 3 laws, which started it all off, then the Prime Minister is setting up some committee to go into all of those issues. Let that be taken, I mean, you must trust somebody sometime.
Yes, sir. I have 2 very important questions, sir. One, the issue of national security, because we broke the story earlier in the day that this protest or these protests were actually being or getting hijacked by some anti-national, anti-India elements, and they were trying to communalize the situation. In fact, perhaps they were succeeding, making the government really decide on this decision today. Were you, as Chief Minister of Punjab, aware of this aspect of the protests?
You know something, as far as what was happening from any contribution from the farmers' issues, I don't know. I have had no reports of them. I have had nothing on that issue. But yes, there were lots of inflow of weapons and explosives which are coming into Punjab, and I've been seeing that increase since last June, not this June, but the last June before. And we've had drone activity since then. Earlier on, they used to go under the wire or over the river. Now it is drone activity. And the capacity of drones are increasing, the duration is increasing, and we've had, if we picked up hundreds of weapons, and through some drones which we managed to get, there are many hundreds that have got past us. Where have they gone? Who are they with? What is the objective of sending them to India? All coming from Pakistan, all ISI's efforts on doing this. Now, who is there? They were getting no recruits, but the weapons are being stacked somewhere with some purpose. So that the government of India would know, but we didn't know what that purpose was. But all these reports of sightings of weapons we picked up, we were sharing with central agencies, and the central agencies are well aware. I've been Home Minister of this state for 9.5 years. I know how things work here and what things have been happening in the past and what's happening now. And it is not a good sign. So what these people have been doing from Pakistan, what is the objective of this?
Sir, you had suggested earlier that there was an uptick or increase in these activities. You had suggested earlier that there was an increase in these activities of, pushing in weapons and trying to polarize the situation of late.
Yes. I have sent this. We have been in touch with the central agencies on this. Why do you think I meet the NSA? It's not for any other reason, because this is a national security matter. Why did I meet the Home Minister? These are the issues that I brought to his notice, and they brought it. Their reports used to come to us, and ours used to go to them. So we know what was happening. And it was we who were picking, the BSF or the Punjab Police were picking up these drones. And we saw each drone, how many weapons it carried. I don't want to go into figures because that is alarming, but there were a large number of weapons which have come. Those drones were carrying heroin, those guys were carrying counterfeit currency, they were carrying automatic weapons, they were carrying pistols, they were carrying plenty of ammunition. So, and now as the duration increased, first they were coming across the river, then they were coming up to about 7-8 kilometers from the international border. And when I was there last as Chief Minister, they had come up to 31 kilometers from the border. That is why the Border Security Force shifted that protective zone to 50 kilometers.
Yes.
So these are the things that have been happening. And more than that, it is the central government and their agencies who must be knowing what Pakistan's up to. But yes, Punjab has been on this very much getting all these weapons.
So you agree that then this decision by the Modi government today at the center would bring peace to Punjab and would restrain or stop those anti-Indian forces from carrying out their nefarious designs?
Well, I don't know. If the government of I have no knowledge about any anti-national element involved in the farmer agitation. But if the government of India has it, I'm not aware of it. But I certainly know that Pakistan is sending these weapons. Now, who are they targeted for and who are their recruits, we are not aware. This is Khalistan organizations, Khalistan Tiger Force, Khalistan some other force, and these sort of things are happening all the time. So this is, yes, it has been happening. And we are sharing that information with the government of India and they with us.
Sir, politics can't be far behind when these kind of decisions happen. You think after withdrawal of farm laws, it becomes a little easier for you and your upcoming new political outfit to do business with the BJP, to talk to them politically?
Well, we are doing business with the BJP. We have said that quite clearly 3-4 months ago when I met the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, that we will work with you the moment these farm laws are being resolved. And that is a final state. And we're going to work with them. They will be their own party, we'll have our own party, and we'll have seat adjustments on that. Yes, but whether it will help or it will not help, I cannot say that. Politics has a habit of changing, its posture from time to time, so I can't say. But yes, we are going to work very closely with the BJP, and I hope we will have a proper seat sharing arrangement.